I'll let Karen take over today. Karen is leading our Zoom, so everybody say hi. Um, and we'll kind of go from there. I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay, so first of all, if you guys have any questions about anything that I am saying, feel free to drop it in the chat, but also feel free to message me or throw it up in our team chat. So I did a Zoom a while back with you guys. I think I called it like switch things up or switch it up or something like that. I don't remember what it was called, but that was just like basic things like switching this IPA for this IPA or whatever, right? Over the course of the time that I've been here, I'm learning all of this is new to me. I am that day job cashier clock in girl. I am that yes boss, people pleaser. So this is all new to me. So I'm learning as I go. So when I have something on my heart and I'm feeling like I'm being directed in a different direction, I kind of want to share it because maybe somebody else is too, and maybe it could help you. So that switch it up Zoom that I did was basically just switching out your IPAs, what works for you for the day that, like Amber said, you see how your day is going to go. And of course, we always have our planning Zoom. You plan out your weeks and stuff like that. I dove into that. This is my results from the planning Zooms. This is chaos. This is my brain chaos. This is organized chaos is what this is for me, okay? This was actually September. This was actually the month that I had won M's giveaway, but that was the only thing that came out of September. This was everything planned, okay? This was planning my Thrive posts, like on a Wednesday, I posted about how I went from living miserable and lazy to actively living my life. This day I posted about what do you do for your payday and what does payday mean for you. Here I posted, here we lead with our hearts, no competition, only community, the ranks are for everyone. Like I literally had every single day's posts planned out. It did not matter how my day went. I did not share my day at all. This was what I posted. As you can see, it's all crossed off. Now, with this planner, I wrote down goals on the side, and I'm going to be extremely transparent. I wrote down, get 10 samples out, enroll 5 customers with a $50 or more order, enroll 5 promoters on packs, do 2 opportunity events. Now, this was the month that M was doing her giveaway. So I threw up those opportunity events and I was getting more into lives and reels and getting a little more creative with reels. And I was doing all of the things, right? Like M could not have placed her training or timed her training this past Wednesday and the Wednesday before more perfectly. Like I swear she has a camera in my house and she heard my conversations going on. But literally, this is how when you do your IPAs every single day and you do them as a checklist and you're doing all of the things and you're getting all of the things done and you're busy getting busy, those 10 samples are still sitting here. I did not enroll a customer. I did not enroll a promoter. I didn't even give out a free sample that month. I won M's giveaway because I was busy doing all of the things and busy getting busy. But IPAs are, like M said, income producing activities, but I didn't produce any of the income. This is an accomplishment for me. Like I actually was disciplined in doing all of the things, but I didn't produce any of the income at all. Like I'm gonna hold on to this, but this is bye-bye. This is bye-bye for me. Like this is, yeah, deeper than amen. Yes, deeper than a checklist. And y'all should have saw that checklist when I first started. Like it was like lined up against the wall, like sheets of paper, tacked, like it was really, really big because I watched all the videos. Okay. And when we first come into this business, we drown ourselves. I didn't hit my VIP bonus in my first 14 days. Do you know why? Not because I didn't run for it. I used the excuse that I don't have family or friends to call or talk to. I don't have that breakdown checklist. You know, when your car breaks down, you got like 5 people on your phone that you call because you know you got a flat tire and somebody's got to come get you. So I don't have those people. I have my husband and I have my dad. That's it, right? I don't have those people, and not everybody does, and that's okay. But I used that as an excuse. I still have neighbors. I still had people I worked with, right? So I threw myself into the trainings in the back office like crazy. Watched them twice, watched them 3 times. I discovered the team page and I started going into the topics and watching every single video, whether it was for your what is that when you first enroll and they have those the first couple videos that you watch. I forget what it's called, but I watched all of them, not just those. I watched all of the videos. I was drowning myself in all of them. The guy, yes, thank you, Amber. A little bit of brain, whatever, but I threw myself into the training videos because I scared myself out of the VIPs and used the fact that I didn't have family and friends to as an excuse not to even run for it. Who knows? Maybe I could have hit it, right? But I scared myself out of it because, like I said, this is all new to me. I have no idea what I'm doing and I'm learning every single day. But that's what we do here. That's what we do here. We learn and we grow from each other. And I've never, ever had this before in my entire life. But when we first come into this business, and I think M is getting ready to kind of revise the when you come into the business videos. So like that's going to be so super awesome. And of course I'm going to watch those, but because I want to see how she's going to bring it about so that when people do get in my inbox, I can answer them with 5-minute videos instead of 30 to 45-minute videos, taking up their time. Because yes, I dove into them. Yes, I have notes upon notes upon notes and notebooks upon notebooks in like all of those grocery store bags that you buy, but you never actually reuse. I have notebooks in all of them with training notes from like all of the trainings that I watched. And that's great to do that, right? It's great to catch a training video every once in a while. I literally engulfed myself in it, and that was the excuse that I used. And yeah, we'll see some interest here and there. We'll see some progress. So we keep making the cute graphics and we keep making the cute canvas, which is fine. And those are fun every once in a while. I was literally doing them every single day. I was trying to perfect them. I was trying to be as pretty and classy with them as the leaders that have been here for 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, right? I was trying to not be like the other leaders, but I'm like, they're getting people in their inbox because of their cute graphics. No, that's not why they're getting people in their inbox. Cute graphics are cute, but that's not why they're getting people in their inbox. I want my stuff to look professional, but it's got to look like me. It can't look like 5 other leaders who we have some of the same followers, and you can't be other leaders. You're not them. You don't have their story. They don't have your story. Exactly. This is not, and I actually say that all the time. This is not a cookie cutter business. So you, at first, when you're doing all of the things and you're busy getting busy with all of the things, but you're not actually producing anything, you see a little progress and a little interest here and there, so you keep doing it, but then nobody's in your inbox because, like I said, I was posting all of that. Not one of those days did I post my day. I did not post anything that I did that day. I did not post about my dogs. I did not post about my teenagers. I didn't post about homeschooling Courtney that day. I didn't post about anything my husband or I joked about that day. I did not post about what I was making for supper that day. I did not post me. I was posting what I thought I should be posting to run my business. Because I'm in that mindset where I go and I apply for a job, they put me in the position, they train me for the position, this is how you do it, and that's how I do it. That's not how this is. It's not us fumbling around. That team page is the tools provided for us to run our businesses, but our way. Not Lindsay's way, not Amber's way, not M's way. But at the same time, this is not saying to stay away from those leaders, because by all means, surround yourself with millionaires, surround yourself with leaders who are having their cars paid for, right? Those are the people you want to surround yourself with. You surround yourself with liars and thieves, you're going to become a liar and a thief. I want to surround myself with the millionaires and the people getting their cars paid for, right? And I'm not going to be able to do it the way that they do it. It's not going to happen because I'm not them. I don't have their stories. I can't even share my story in a similar aspect as they share their stories. It's like, because we're not the same people. So yes, this is a business, and yes, you need to be hands-on, and yes, you need to stay close to the fire. And we preach that all the time. That's so super important. But if you're going to grab a 30 to 45-minute training video, do that once a week. Don't do it every day, 5 times a day. You are going to burn yourself out thinking you have to get busy doing all of the things. You're doing the income producing activities, you're posting the post, but you're not producing the income. You're not, exactly, you're not producing the income. I got so busy sharing my business. I got so busy getting stuck and spending so much time in the Unfold app, creating this and creating this story and creating that story, that I wasn't actually sharing the most important aspect of my whole business. I was not sharing me at all. Okay, I'm dropping my capsies in my stories every single morning. That's like a non-negotiable for me. I get up, I pop my capsies, I throw a boomerang up. Okay. Lately, I've been adding a little bit of value to it. I don't know how much value, but it's not just throwing up a boomerang. I'm sharing what those capsules do for me that morning. Because you don't wake up the same every morning. Some days you wake up in a good mood. Sometimes you wake up like you did not really want to get out of bed. So what are those capsules going to do for me that morning? Not what they do for me every single morning, but what they're doing for me that morning. Why I need to take them that morning. Why today I'm wearing the Ultra and tomorrow I'm going to be wearing the mood support. Because I got to go to the grocery store tomorrow and they're putting me in a department that I have no idea what I'm doing. And I'm going to need my mood support. So I'm going to find a way to word that so I don't get in trouble over there into my stories and into my post, because tomorrow I'm going to need that mood support and I need to think of the words to post as to why I'm going to need that mood support on that specific day. Well, why wouldn't you need a mood support on a Monday? Because I happen to love Mondays, but that's just me. Nobody said I was normal, but tomorrow I'm going to need that mood support. And tomorrow I'm so thankful for that mood support. And I'm going to find a way to post why I'm thankful for that mood support without stepping on toes, if that makes sense. So I think a lot of us are in that position right now with our jobs where we can't really talk too much about anything. We can't post a rant up like, oh my gosh, my boss did this today, right? We can't do that right now. So, the world is changing. So we need to find a way to change with that and how we run our businesses. And I was doing all the things. I was doing all the things that I thought M was doing, and I thought Harriet was doing, and I thought Amber was doing, and Lindsay was doing. And oh my gosh, have you guys seen Lindsay and her husband in that reel? That was the cutest thing I think I've ever seen. That was so funny. I love that. I haven't really seen much of her husband. So that's great that, like, if you're thriving with your husband or your boyfriend, incorporate that into your business, right? Incorporate that into your posts. Like, this is why we thrive together, because before we were on the couch with a bowl of popcorn every single night, watching the game, not doing anything, not really communicating or anything. And now we're active and now we're going on hikes. You have to share you. They say that your page, that your social media should be 80% you and 20% thrive. But with me personally, and this is where our stories are different, you have to become your own leader. Thrive is 80% me right now. Thrive is 80% me right now. My kids are older. I'm homeschooling my daughter, and I've kind of been incorporating that a little bit into my posts, and I'm thankful that I'm able to run a business and be able to homeschool my daughter, right? Because public schools are a mess. So I'm thankful that I get to be able to be here with my 15-year-old daughter. That's what this business does for me. And I've been sharing that a little bit, right? But my kids are older, and I don't have littles running around except ones with tails, and it's that. So Thrive is 80% me right now. So, but that doesn't mean I have to have every single post a Thrive post or an opportunity post or a product post. Or stop. I shared a face-to-face on my stories today, and I didn't say one thing about Thrive. I was talking about the Christmas tree I was putting up. I shared my day and why I'm putting my Christmas tree up before Thanksgiving. Don't judge me. I shared why I was doing that, because it's different in our house. We don't have family coming over. We don't do big holidays over here. And the kids are 15, 18, and 20 years old. So I shared that on my stories. I didn't just take a picture of it and post it. I actually went on face to face with my stories, and I shared some of the little ornaments that I got because they're super cute, little squirrels and nutshells and stuff like that, and just that kind of stuff, right? So I actually went on FaceTime and shared me and shared why I'm putting my Christmas tree up, because I know y'all seeing all those posts. When do you put your tree up? When do you put your tree up? Like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna hurt you. We have Thanksgiving first, but I'm thankful for the opportunity to be able to put a Christmas tree up. Not everybody has that opportunity to be able to do that. Did I get the one I exactly wanted? No, but only because they didn't have it. But I still got one that I love, and we're putting it together, and I'm kind of sharing that on my stories. And I didn't say anything about Thrive. I dropped my capsules in there, told them why I needed them this morning, told them what they do for me, because my 3 steps right now are the capsules boost and a DFT. I've taken a break from the shakes for a little bit because I don't know what was going on. I was having some health issues, so I switched to boost, and that's actually helped me. So yeah, like I can't wait to try the dairy-free shakes when they come out. And that's I'm going to be able to share that. But stop being busy. It's not a list. Your business, I threw the IPA list out. I still have it. It's a great baseline. I'm not telling you not to do your IPAs. What I'm saying is, like, for me personally, it was kind of hectic to go on Facebook and do so many minutes of this and so many minutes of this and so many minutes of that. And so I can't, and then go to Instagram and do so many minutes of this and so many minutes of that. That did not feel good. And I don't feel like I was actually engaging with people. I was just feeling like I was busy getting busy, right? I've actually broke mine down, and I'll do a work with me one day, within the next week or two. I'll do a work with me. So you guys, I'll share with you the more details, but basically I'll do Facebook one day and Instagram the next. And there's a couple different reasons why I do that. One, it saves time, because we all have kids, we all have dogs, we all have husbands, we all have jobs, and it's not always easy to get all of the social media into your work for the business that you're trying to build. You have to find what fits you, not what fits Amber, not what fits Lindsay, not what fits M, not what fits Brielle, not what fits all of the others, what fits you for your day, when you can be most productive in running your business. And if you were on Instagram because you got caught up in the reels yesterday, so you was engaging in Instagram reels yesterday, go to Facebook today, right? You played around with with Instagram yesterday, and you was engaging in Instagram yesterday, go to Facebook today, right? Go to Facebook today and do that today. Every single Monday, one of my non-negotiables, every single Monday, how I am interactive in groups is probably different than the way that you guys are, because I, like I said, am not normal, and I am in a lot of car groups. I post cars in those groups every single Monday, and it's usually a Mustang Monday hashtag. because I'm a Mustang fanatic. Don't judge me. But so I will share that into the groups, and then I get so much engagement from those. Sometimes a lot of people follow me off of the post, sometimes they don't. That's fine, but I'm getting engagement and interaction because we're here to build relationships, not just make sales. We're here to share with people, not just make sales. Yes, that's what we do, and that is what we want to build, is that residual, but you have to build a relationship. Like, I'll walk into a store 5 times before I buy something. If I get bad vibes from that store, I ain't gonna buy nothing from that store, right? Your page is your store. I want people to see my kids, not a product post, not an opportunity post, not another live, not another live. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I ain't been going live every day. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but it's an itch, but I ain't been going live every day, because every single one of my lives, it was always thrive. It was thrive. It was thrive. It was thrive. Why? Nobody wants to hear a 10 to 20 minute video of why I thrive every single day. You got to slow it down. Like, if you want to go live about something and how your day's going, like, I'm going to go live this week about what's going on in my life right now. I might throw up a thank you, Thrive, for being there for me and getting me through and fueling me through, but it's going to be a live about what I'm currently going through. It's not going to be a business opportunity. You have to be your own leader. This is a business, but this is your business, and you are the face of your business. If they go to your page and they're just seeing copied graphics and thrive this and thrive that, they're not going to get to know who you are. It's social media. Be social, right? Throw up that thrive thing. I've revamped my IPAs a little bit. I still have my non-negotiables. That's what it is. But, and I'll get most of them done in a day, and I won't, right? But I just put engagements. I didn't put Instagram engagements, Instagram feed engagements, Instagram story engagement. I didn't make the list. I just put engagements. It's not about how long you do engagements. It's about the value that you add to the engagements that you're doing. So I took away IG stories, IG feed, IG reels, Facebook stories, Facebook feed, Facebook group. I took those away and I just put engagements. I just want to engage, right? There was a time I had 2,000 followers on Twitter. Why? Because I was always on Twitter. I was always posting. I was always talking to people. I was always engaging. I was always answering questions, and I was always retweeting their tweets and stuff like that. I was being engaging. I was being social on social media. So I got followers, and I know that we're not here for followers, but you want your networks to grow. You want more people to see your page. You have to be social on social media. Yes, we're here to build our businesses, and we're on social media to build our businesses, but we shouldn't rely on social media to build our businesses either. We have neighborhoods, we have cities, we have libraries, we have places that we can go and just like hand out your business card, when you pay for your groceries. I think Katie said something like how she used to do that when she would pay for her groceries. Here's my business card. You know what I mean? I got this awesome thing going. You guys got to try it. And then she would just leave them with that energy. And yeah, so it's being that person on social media, but it's also being that person in real life, right? So we're building our business on social media, but don't always rely on social media to build your business. You build your business. People come see you. You have to find a way to share Thrive on your pages, in your social media, but share you. And just be you and be vulnerable, and don't be afraid to be vulnerable. And yeah, I think that's it. So just, if you have to like take something away from your IPAs like I did with engagements, do that. And I put share products on stories with value in parentheses. I have, post. And then I have faith, family, fitness, and growth next to it, because like that's what I'm about right now. So I want one of those posted every single day, because that's me. That's me, right? But then I also have a Thrive post as well that I want to get put up. Whether it's a product that I'm taking that day and why I'm taking that product that day, like ultras, perfect for Mondays, right? Ultras are perfect for Mondays. So there's that. And I put self-development, and I didn't put self-development slash podcast slash this slash that. No, I just put self-development. I just put spiritual development. I didn't put discipleship and Bible reading and this and that and devotion. I just put spiritual development. Whatever that is for you, that's what that is for you. You don't have to have a list of things with your list of things. Stop being busy getting busy. Find a way to make this business yours, because you are your business. People come to see you. And just like in that storefront, if I get a bad vibe from that store, if somebody gets a bad vibe from your page, they're not going to follow you. They're not going to talk to you. They're not going to get in your inbox. You have to find a way to share you. And if you have to take a step back and kind of, okay, what's going on? Let's take a look at the bulletin board and reevaluate things, right? And make it work for you.
All right. So that was amazing. I loved every bit of that, Karen. Thank you. And I honestly feel the same way. I feel like, M's trainings couldn't have come at a better timing, because I was kind of feeling that too. And I stopped posting my IPAs in the chat a while back too. And a lot of it was because I felt like, even though we love each other, I felt like there was like this comparison, right? I felt like if I posted all my IPAs, it was like, look at me, like pat on my back, right? And then I thought about that a little bit deeper, and I was like, I know there's a girl in this chat who's looking at my IPAs and she's feeling less than, and she's feeling like she didn't do enough because she's looking at my IPAs. And I don't ever want you guys to feel that way. So I stopped putting my IPAs up there. Not that I don't still do my IPAs. I'm still very much showing up for my business every single day, but I had to kind of get real with myself too, because we're like tandem right now. I felt like I was checking off a checklist, and I've had some conversations with my husband recently as well, where he feels like it's all about the business, right? And you're going to have these moments in your business, and I hope that I can help you through them by the things that I go through with working full time and things like this, is that you have to have that reality check of, I love that you said, are you busy getting busy? Right? Are you spending your time in consumption mode? Are you overwhelmed in the chats? Are you trying to help everybody else out in expense of not showing up for your own business? Right? And we get so caught up in doing all the things, and then we are stuck in that mindset of feeling like, I'm doing everything. Why isn't it working? Because you've only been surface level with your checklist, right? I was stuck there for the longest time too. And I'm still trying to work through that and figuring out, okay, how can I provide value, right? Just like Karen was saying, like, instead of just like 5 minutes on Facebook, 5 minutes on Instagram and blah, 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 checklist, like, how about, did you make a friend today? Did you make one new connection, right? That tells you you're doing engagements right. If you connected, not products, not business wise, like maybe, yeah, but like on a personal level, like, did you make somebody laugh? Did you share a recipe with somebody? Did you help them out? Did you pour into them? Did you pour your heart out on your stories in some way today? Or was it just boomerangs of your capsules? And then you checked that off the list because you got your products on your stories. And then you listened to a podcast and you checked that off your list. And I want to share something with you. And we're going to wrap up and call this an early night. I was talking to Katie today, and I'm going to read you what she put. Because we were talking about this exact thing. We were talking about like when you feel like you're doing all the things, and you've been here X amount of time, and it's not, your business is not where you want it to be, and you feel like you're doing everything. Why isn't it going further? And this is what we kind of got back and forth into this a little bit. And because you're going to want to know this one day, you're going to want to know how to help somebody else through that, because there's going to be somebody who joins your team and they're going to be frustrated and they're going to be showing up, and they're going to be doing lives, and they're going to be face to face on their stories, and they're going to be showing up on every single training, and they're going to come to you, right? Because you're going to offer the one-to-one coaching call with your team, and they're going to come to you at every single time. You know what they're going to ask you. You know, they're going to say, I feel like I'm doing everything, but it's just not clicking. I feel like I'm doing all the things every single time you get on a coaching call with them. And sometimes as a leader, I'll be transparent. I'll ask things and I'll say, how do you help your team when they feel like they're doing everything and they're frustrated with their business because their business isn't growing? She says, sometimes doing all the things leads us nowhere. If the heart isn't postured in purpose, there's no fulfillment. We are not robots that have to knock out a to-do list to build our business. This is spot on what we were just talking about on the Zoom. We have an online space where we can show up and massively change the trajectory of people's lives. It starts with selling samples. It starts with getting a Thrive experience in someone's hands. It starts in believing that we are capable of developing leadership within ourselves, okay, and recruiting, building, not in a survival mode. I have to sign a customer, I have to sign a promoter kind of thing. She says, not in a survival mode, but in an abundant energy of what you have to offer that next person. Okay. Otherwise we end up blending in with a bunch of noise that doesn't make much of a difference. Pitching purposeful content over a comp plan. I'm gonna end up writing this down on a piece of paper. I'll send it in the chat. We can do that by focusing on who we serve, what we can offer, and how we can help people win. Until our vision gets full of faith and we become protective over it, it's easy to get burnt out when we're not seeing results. Okay. She said, I heard at a women's conference that if we want to live an abundant life and win in life, we have to be willing to let go of control, bitterness, worry, and anxiety, doubts, fears. None of those serve your best self. And I was like, that's perfect. Right. And I didn't have, I'll be honest with you, I didn't have a moment to let that all sink in when I was at work today until I just read it to you. But does it make sense that you have to go beyond the checklist? You have to go beyond surface level. Unpeel that onion for your audience. It's okay to get vulnerable and say, I joined this business because I didn't have money, right? I joined this business because I couldn't pay, like I couldn't afford to buy for my husband for Christmas. I couldn't afford to take my family on vacation. I couldn't afford to have a savings account, right?
I couldn't breathe.
Yeah, but like you're laying that all out there, and it's a very vulnerable state to be in, to just lay that out there for your audience and say, I speak it because I lived it, right? The only reason why I'm telling you this is because I lived it, because I was in your shoes, and get very vulnerable instead of just saying like, it's $800 bonus in your first 2 weeks and that could totally change your Christmas. Like, of course it could, right? But the reason why you do this business is to connect with those hearts who also need this business. And those hearts are not going to be everybody, right? So you don't speak to everybody. You speak to the person basically that you used to be before you joined this business. You speak on those fears you had. You speak on the situation that you were in, the background that you have, the lack of experience, lack of college, whatever your story is, that's who you're going to connect to most. And it's having the courage to dive a little deeper. So,
and it's getting the product in people's hands
in a different way.
Regardless. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a hair appointment on December 9th. So I'm going to be downtown a little bit, not like in the big city, but we have like a little city in the big city type thing. But anyways, I'm going to be down in this populated business area where people dine outside and everything. I have a box of 1-day samples with a couple other little goodies that I threw in from our church, and I'm just going to hand them out. with my business cards inside.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna hand them out. Like, you have to step outside the box. You like I said, we build our business on social media, but you can't rely on social media to build your business. You have to step out of that box and become your own leader.
Yep. Absolutely. So let that be your focus. Yes, Harriet just did an event. You never told us about it. Put it in the chat, in the Overcomers chat. We're gonna hop off here tonight, but let that be your focus this week. I know we've already started Monday, but tomorrow's a brand new day. How can you pour your heart out? How can you share what's going on in your life? How can you share something that maybe you've gone through that has nothing to do with an $800 bonus in your first 2 weeks? Right? Dive a little deeper. I love you guys. Have a good night.